Hello and welcome back to another episode of Vintage Glamour. I'm your host Key Michel and welcome back to the show. So what is going on, everyone? I'm very happy to be back here with you all for another episode. And I also hope that everyone is having a great day thus far. A great day thus far, as well as a great month of March. So you all, I really wish that there was a way that I can make some of these episodes interactive. This is something I, envision in my mind. And, especially, for the topic for today, I really want you all to respond to this question. You all can email me, you all can DM me, and I think there is a way where you can also send messages via either the Anchor app or on Spotify. I'm not exactly too sure. I think there is a way. And if there is, please send the messages because I will be checking if there is a way. I think there is a way, though. I really do think there is a way, but I really want you all to really reflect on this question and to answer this question as well. So, as many of you all know, Keto Fashion is a fashion media brand, and to be specific, it is a resale fashion media brand. And I was thinking to myself this week, what do you all, as people that love fashion, that are into fashion, what do you all really think is missing nowadays in fashion media? What is really missing nowadays? And, I was just thinking about this to myself. And what is interesting is that I actually also, in the midst of me thinking about this, I stumbled upon a YouTube video from a YouTuber. I think his YouTube channel is called The Fashion Archive. And, he was talking about how fashion magazines are pretty much dead. And he was talking about how, fashion journalism isn't the same anymore. How a lot of people, aren't really talking about fashion critically or aren't really focusing on, fashion it's in itself. A lot of people are, talking about fashion in a very superficial or sort of cheesy way is what I'm essentially striving to say here. And there's been actually a couple of YouTubers that are in the fashion media field that have been talking about this, that have been mentioning how, fashion media isn't the same and how people aren't talking about fashion in a very critical or even in a historical way. People aren't really talking about it to educate people and to inform people. It's all about, oh, what did this latest celebrity wear? Or what did this latest celebrity wear to, walk the dog around the park? A lot of people are saying it isn't about, fashion, in itself anymore. So, that was something I was really thinking about this week. And I know on the Keto Fashion YouTube channel, I put out a video where I asked that question, what is, missing in fashion media and what would people like to see more in fashion media? But I wanted to take the time to ask you all that question here, because I think it's really important because I have really been thinking about, how I can make Keto Fashion even better. I think, when it comes to anything that I personally do in life, I'm always striving to make it even better, right? And I'm sure that many of you all tuning in right now can absolutely relate. So, I really want you all to take time and to really think about this and to please contact me. As I mentioned before, I really wish that there was a way where, it can be more interactive, these shows and these episodes, and perhaps that's something I need to just ponder about in my spare time, how I can make it in that way, right? But I really would love for you all to reach out and to just answer this question. What would you all really like to see in fashion media? What do you all think is missing in fashion media? What is really missing? What is something that you enjoyed seeing in the past that you aren't seeing anymore? Or what is something that you would like to see right now that you aren't seeing at all? I would really love for you all to contact me and to please let me know. And all responses are very, very, very welcomed. If you tuned in to the episode last week, that was actually inspired, that topic, was actually inspired by someone that commented, under one of the Instagram posts. And I just absolutely loved what she said. And it made me just start to go down this rabbit hole where I'm like, you know what? I'm thinking so hard about this. I'm gonna make a topic about this for Vintage Glamour, and I just ran with it, And side note, that is actually something that I think is really, you know, something important to do. When it comes to some ideas, is to run with our ideas a lot sooner. I know I'm kind of digressing here, but I think that's something important to share. Like some ideas, you can hold on to them and let them develop over time, right? But some ideas, I think you have to run with them, very soon, as soon as you get them. So before I get on a tangent about that, let me stop right there. But once again, I really want you all to let me know, what do you all think is missing in fashion media nowadays? I know that a lot of people still enjoy fashion media, especially online platforms. I know that Fashionista is a platform that people still enjoy. Refinery 29 is a platform that, a lot of people still enjoy. So people are still enjoying fashion media. And of course, people are still tuning into Vogue. I know people might have their own critiques about these platforms that I mentioned, but I also know that people still enjoy, fashion media. So, I still want you all to let me know, what do you all, not only enjoy about fashion media, but what would you all like to see? That's really the essence here. What would you all like to see more of in fashion media? What is missing? What the YouTuber, the Fashion Archive, mentioned is that he feels as though what is missing nowadays in fashion media is critical thought, critical analysis of fashion. And I thought that was just really a really honest and also, thought provoking thought that he had, because it made me think, like, what, he's absolutely right. That is missing. That is definitely missing. So I would love to hear from you all, the consumers of fashion media, the fans of fashion media. What do you all think is missing? I really would love to hear from you all. And another thing, before I wrap this episode up, I also would like you all to let me know if you all would like for me to do Vintage Glamour 2 days out of the week. So let me dive in a little deeper here. So what I'm thinking is that perhaps maybe on a Wednesday or a Thursday, I can do a second episode for Vintage Glamour and make it a little different. I'm trying to think of what it would be, but I would love for you all to let me know if that is something that you all would be interested in. I know that many of you all are really enjoying the show. And I also, once again, apologize for not being here, those past 2 weeks where I wasn't here. I just want to apologize about that again, because I didn't make an announcement and I just was kind of ghosted for 2 weeks, So, I definitely see, due to the engagement, there has been a little bit of an engagement drop. We were definitely growing a lot, and we're still growing. But I definitely noticed that, all right, me not being here for some time, maybe some of you all thought I wasn't coming back at all. So perhaps, I not only should make an announcement next time, I will make an announcement next time if something like that happens. But yeah, I definitely want you all to let me know if 2 days out of the week is something that you all would be interested in. So the way that you all can contact me to answer this question is to send me an email at keytofashion.com. So that is key to fashion with two N's at gmail.com. And another way is that you all can send a message via Instagram DM. Now I mentioned in the past that I am not the best, when it comes to responding. Um, I'm not the best in Instagram DMs at all. I know I mentioned that before. But that isn't a valid excuse because a lot of people do reach out via the DMs, and the DMs is a really great way to establish connections with people, right? So that isn't a good excuse at all. So please, if that is a way that you want to contact me via Instagram DM, and all responses are welcome. I really just want to hear from you all, and I will repeat the question once again. So the question is, what do you all think is missing in fashion media? And to elaborate on that a little further, what would you all like to see more of in fashion media? What were you seeing before that you aren't seeing now? And what would you like to see that you aren't seeing at all? I would love for you all to answer, these questions, because it is definitely more than one. It's like one, but I definitely stretched it out to more than one there. So I definitely would like you all to answer these questions. It would be super, super, super helpful to me and also to the Key to Fashion brand. So do I have announcements for you all? I think the only announcement I have is to please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. I have been posting videos every day this week, and that is the game plan. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Shout out to everyone that has been subscribing thus far. If you are someone that just tunes into the show and you haven't followed any of the social media platforms yet for Key to Fashion, please follow the social media platforms, the Instagram platform, and the YouTube platform as well. I would greatly appreciate it. And there are new articles up on the site. There will be new articles up this week. And there will also be new gems up this week as well. And that is all the announcements that I have for you all. I really appreciate you all tuning in. And I also appreciate you all taking the time to answer the questions here in this episode. I really, really appreciate it. And with that being said, as always, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Vintage Glamour. And I hope you all have a great one. Bye now.